It's been fascinating to watch. This last 2 years, we've spent so much time at home. We've spent so much time out of the workplace. We've spent so much time about learning how to do a virtual inspection of a property without the buyer actually physically being there or the agent being there, and all of a sudden the owner doing the Zoom with the agent speaking over the top to go and sell it to a person who's never going to physically inspect the property. Well, now we've got to snap back to reality. We're now back in the workplace. We're back in front of people. We're back doing open for inspections and auctions, and now we've got a completely different set of market circumstances. In New Zealand, we've got responsible lending laws and increases in interest rates. Here in Australia, we've got some volatility, some conversations about what's going to happen next and what do we do in and around an election. It's massively important that you understand that the most important thing for any agent is to continue developing the skill sets. And what I've been doing is I've been going out there and working with agents on the inside of some of the best businesses in Australia. And what they're doing, which is really different, is they're focusing on the skill sets that really matter. Your first skill set that matters is how do you actually generate leads in this business? If we went and had a look at the last 100 properties that your particular business has listed, how did you actually meet the owner? Finding out how you met that owner or that seller is massively important, because then we can identify what are the things that we actually need to amplify and do more of, and what are the things that no longer work that we need to cut because they are simply wasted energy, wasted effort, and wasted resources. The second skill, which has become really critical, is our ability to win in the listing lounge rooms. The secret is that you need to be able to tell and sell a story. You need to be able to build up the confidence of the seller. You need to be able to give them very specific reasons on the reasons why they should use you and pay more for the pleasure. This is not about a listing presentation to match what the competitor does. This is about a listing presentation that not only matches, but raises the expectations to a completely new level so that you win that business from a commanding position. The third component is then really concentrating on what we do to sell in volatile markets. Selling is really about this great key skill of identifying who the best buyer pool is, targeting those people, not only in a marketing position, but also by relationship, to jump on the phone and bring those buyers through that particular home. Once we've done that, we then need to learn what we need to do to be able to put the pressure on to ensure that the negotiation is highly successful, either before, on the day of the auction, or after the auction, whatever is in the best interest of our owners. This is such an important part that we need to get back to actually training the skill sets that really matter. It's the basics about identifying, is a buyer also a seller? It's about understanding that once a seller's sold, they now become a buyer. What is actually happening in relation to price points? What's happening with market knowledge? And what's actually happening in our execution of our day-to-day to make sure that we've got these winning routines. Let's say, for example, that you've been in the industry for a while. Let's say that you've got over 200 market appraisals. Let's say you got on the phone and you rang all of those 200 market appraisals. You spoke to 100 of them. 50 of them said, you know what, we'd be thinking about getting you through again. You got back in front of those 50. 25 were keen to come to market. 10 of those people actually did come to market. And even on a conservative fee of $20,000, that's a $200,000 initiative. This is about identifying where the big opportunities are on the inside of your business, putting that at the number one item on the task list, and actually doing that, because that makes a huge shift in your overall performance. Now's the time to play, not only at your best, but most importantly to bring real skills to the game so that you can win more business and sell more business more often.